Alright, so I hope you understood version control and what is Git in the previous session. And in this session, we are going to create local repositories using the command line onto our system. So the commands used for that is git init, which initializes a repository into a folder. Then we have git add dot or git add file name, which adds the specified files or all the files in a folder to the staging area, and then we commit the changes we made to the files by using git commit minus m. Minus m means the message followed by the message in inverted quotes. So to add or create repositories locally onto your system, you need git bash installed on your system. You can install that using this git sem site. Right, so I have my folder opened where I want to create the repositories. I'll just git bash here, open the terminal, and let's just make one folder initially. The command for that is mkdir and followed by the folder name. Let's name it git session. So as you can see, a new folder has been created. We'll cd into that folder also. Alright, so now we're inside the folder git session, and we'll create one file. Let's name it lecture one. Alright, as you can see, we have a new file lecture one. Now we can initialize the repository here by using the command git init. Right, so you can see one hidden folder over here. Most of the times you cannot see the folder because you might not have enabled this hidden items toggle. So right now this folder is a repository. It is a local repository, but this lecture one file is not yet being tracked. To do so, we need to add this first to the staging area by using the command git add and the file name. Now we can also do git add dot in case we want to add all the files inside a folder to the staging area. So we'll move ahead and we'll check if it's in the staging area. Yes, so it says there is a new file in the staging area called lecture1 and there has been no commits made yet. Now there is one thing to note that you should carefully look at this destination where you are using git init, because if you do git init at your main files or at your desktop, then it might lead to creating a repository at your desktop maybe, and later on if you discard those changes you may lose all your files on your desktop or on your system even. I have once done that. So to check this location carefully, that where you are making these repositories, I would recommend that you make a separate drive for that. For all your repositories, have a separate drive for all your codes and repositories so that you can keep it separate from your main work. Alright, so now that we have lecture 1 file to the staging area, we'll commit the change. Now there is only one change we made, that is adding this file. So we'll name the commit as initial commit, right? So now this file is being tracked. Any changes that I make will be tracked by this git system. Suppose I type hello and I will save it. And if I check here, if I get status here, you see this is showing me one change here that there is one change made and it is still not committed. So how to commit this change? We'll first need to add the change to the staging area. So we'll add git add dot to move all the changes to the staging area, and then we'll git commit minus m and the message. Now the commit messages are usually written in present tense. So we'll write something like add introduction. Alright, the commit has been made, and now if we do git status, we'll see that the working tree is clean. So if we take a look at this flow chart, we can see that how to create a local file into a repository. We first get init into the local file, then we add it to the staging area, and then if any changes have been made, we just git commit that. But at any stage, if you want to revert back to any stage previous version where we have not committed or not yet added the file to the staging area, we can do that by the command git checkout. And this git difference command is used to compare the changes into the new commits and the previous version. So let's say if I make one change to the lecture on file, let's say if I write and I'll save that, and if I do git status, it should show me one change. Yes, there is one change in the lecture on file. So I can look at that change by using git difference and the file name. Yeah, so it's showing me the detailed changes that one new line has been added. Hope you're doing well. So if I want to delete this change, I can do it by using the git checkout command because it is still not added to the staging area or have been committed yet. So I'll just open the file. Yeah. And if I git checkout and the file name, so it has checked out and the file has been restored to the previous version. As you can see, the change has been disappeared. And in this way, we have created a local repository named Git sessions and one file, lecture 1, that is being tracked through Git system. In the next lesson, we will learn about remote repositories and about GitHub.